It's Alicia with Alicia Dawson, Nashville Homes. I'm here with Emilee with Curl Up and Die with Emilee. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up? What life events have been going on in your life? Kind of get us caught up.
Well, for the last 17 years, I've been here in Nashville. I moved from a small town in Northeast Mississippi, and I moved here for college, and I got my bachelor's in exercise science, and I already had my job lined up after I graduated. So I've been in healthcare for the last 17 years, and so I've done hair kind of for the last 20 years on the side, just for fun, and so kind of just doing that thing, and on the side, just mainly hair though, mainly healthcare for primarily.
Gotcha. And are you doing your hair now full time or?
Yes. So I just actually opened, I went to the cosmetology school, started about 2 years ago at night. I was working full time.
Yeah.
And someone had actually encouraged me to go. I was approached about going to cosmetology school just because they know how much I love to do it, and I had been the guy that does my hair, and he knows how much I love doing hair, and I've been helping him, assisting him on the side, and he was like, "You should really go to school. Like you get it. I can see you love it." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a little behind life and everything, and my spare time I'll get right on that." And so he was like, "No, I think you." He's like, "I really think you should do that." And so I talked about it a little bit more, and I actually I did go and do it at night, and I passed my boards. I finished it's been a year ago this month actually.
Congratulations.
Finished and took my boards in September, and so a year ago in September I opened up my hair salon, Curl Up and Die with Emilee. So
awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your specialties, kind of who you service. I understand you probably anyone that wants stuff done to their hair, but who's kind of your target market, or who do you like to work with?
So the majority of clients that I do, it just kind of has worked out this way. I do a lot of blondes. People say I want someone that specializes in blonde. Do you specialize in blonde? I don't have a specialty, but I guess considering that 80% of my clients just happen to be blonde, it kind of just by default works like that. So I do a lot of blondes. I really do love doing that. I'm a blonde, and I'm very particular about my blonde. I understand when people come to me, when they say they don't want yellow, trust me, I understand. People don't want gold in their hair. If they don't want, I understand what that means. And that's, having someone to understand what you want and what you don't want, to me, I'm like the worst client. And so finding a hair person that can understand what you want, that's very important. And so taking that time, that has been, that's what I have really wanted to do, is take someone that's going to listen to what they want, and then to kind of work on that and deliver. And if we don't get it the first time, I try to make it right with my clients, and it's hard sometimes to kind of get there, especially with that first time, and especially with blondes. I mean, but kind of just building that relationship with clients and stuff. And I have been very fortunate and become really good friends with a lot of my clients. And I love that so much, because they trust me. And that's a huge thing that I get text messages and phone calls and reviews and posts from, is my clients said, I trust you with my hair. And that was really shocking to me at first, but I'm like, let me take that in for just a minute. These people are trusting me. They've never met me before, and they are trusting me with their hair, and I appreciate that so much. And I'm like, sweating to death as I'm trying to lift everything up, no pressure. But honestly, I mean, I absolutely love what I do so much. And it's so fun just to go in there and just to turn the client around and talk to them and help them when they don't know what they're doing. Like they don't know what they want. And so to kind of help them go in and ask them questions and figure out, what do you want? Does cool or warm does that mean anything to you? Or has anybody ever explained that to you? Things like that. And if they say no, and then we kind of start asking more questions and stuff, instead of just let me start slapping stuff on there and hope for the best. So that's really good.
Not a good thing.
Do what now?
I've had that happen before. It's not a good thing.
No, and I've been there too. And I mean, I'll leave in tears, and I'm like, I don't know what just happened, and I've paid all this money, and now I need to go somewhere else, but maybe my hair is about to fall out, and
It's like I want to go home and cry.
and it's traumatic, and and it's awful, and so, and I don't want people to do that. I'm not just doing it because this is just another paycheck. I am making a full blown career change, basically going from corporate America to self employed, because I absolutely love to do this and everything. So it's been so rewarding just to meet so many women and men. Actually, I have some men. Um, I do men's cuts and some colors and stuff. Even wax a lot of men's brows, actually. That's been fun. A lot of guys, a bunch of football players and stuff, like to come in, and that's hilarious, actually. But doing things like that just to help them, and just to kind of teach them and just educate them on, like, you don't have to have just one color of just all this one. We can mix stuff and make it your color, and then we can tweak that next time if we need to, if it's a little warm or if it's a little cool or if it's a little red, and I've had people in the past where I've gone, I didn't know that was an option. And so I've learned people don't know that's an option. And so I really, really, really tried to let my clients know, you've got options. We don't have to do the same thing every time. We can change it every time if we want to. We can always do something different. So that's what I love. But to answer your question in short, I would say blondes, but I actually do, another thing I do is the lash lifting and tinting, which is fun. It's not extensions. It's to your own lashes. And so it's basically like a perm for your lashes.
Huh.
And so it's something different. So we have, I don't do extensions. I have friends that do, and they're excellent. And that's a whole different bear, everything. That is a little bit more of a regular maintenance thing, though. And so people that want to do the lash lifting, it's a less maintenance. So I've got a little more low maintenance, which is for myself. Even I'm a more low maintenance kind of girl. And so basically, we'll curl them up, your own lashes. I'll do it. The service takes about 45 minutes, and then I'll finish them off tinting them with a blue black tint. And it looks like you have curled them with your eyelash curler. And we all know the pain of going through that every day and all that stuff. And it pops them up and would give them great separation. And it lasts the lash cycle, so 5 to 7 weeks. And then as our lashes are growing in and falling out, they just grow out. And so there's no maintenance unless you want to just come back and do it. And I have a lot of people that come every 6, 7 weeks. So that for me is really fun, just to break it up from hair, to kind of switch things up. And that's super fun for people who, like me, my eyelashes are clear basically because I'm blonde.
Blonde.
And so if you want to be super lazy and don't want to even have to put mascara on, and right now we're wearing masks and everything, so makeup doesn't even matter, but to get your eyes going, that has really been fun. Just to, we've been doing a lot of lash lifting and tinting, and I can do that while you're wearing your mask too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So speaking of COVID, how has it affected your business? I know you launched up and it's like probably 6 months later, it's like, oh my gosh, we're in a pandemic.
Yeah. So let's start a business and then have a little pandemic and get down for 7 weeks. That was really fun. No, it wasn't. So that definitely was a setback. But honestly, there has been a lot of good come out of it, simply because, opening back up, I feel like so many people hadn't been able to get back into salons. And unfortunately, some salons weren't able to make it and open back up, or just didn't feel safe opening back up and things like that. I'm in a salon suite, so I'm in my own room. So as opposed to a line of 5 or 10 in a more open area. So some people had reached out to me that, they just wanted just a one-on-one situation. And so that's where they felt more safe in. So I've had the opportunity actually to help get a lot of new clients in that way. And that's actually been a really big blessing for me. And some of those, it was just a one time thing, and I totally get that. Maybe their stylist had not opened yet, and so that was just to kind of help fill a need for them until they could go back to their stylist. But some other ones, though, they were just overdue for something anyways, and then they were ready to get back at it and trying to get in anywhere that they possibly could. And I think after we were able to open up, and I'm in Williamson County, so we were able to open up a little bit sooner than Davidson. I think I worked 21 days straight.
I've had so many friends that are stylists. They said that it's just been bam, 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 which is good when you haven't, weren't able to work for so long. But I mean, that's got to be exhausting.
It was great, but I was exhausted at the same time. I mean, I was working very long hours. I would sometimes leave the salon at 10:30 at night and go home and crash. But I mean, we got to do what we got to do, because sometimes it's feast or famine, and you got to do what you got to do. But my clients have been so awesome, and I mean, I have excellent clients, and some of them were so kind even throughout, and they were just even offering to prepay for services and just say, hey, I know you have to still pay your rent and things like that. Can I pay for some things, or a service just to kind of help you, and that was so kind of them, just to be thoughtful when, I don't know, I feel like I have just such awesome clients and stuff. So
that's awesome.
It was definitely an adjustment, but we survived and pushed through and all that stuff. So it was just definitely a different time. And I know some people are still adjusting, and we have some clients still that haven't come back. I mean, they just don't feel safe, and I completely understand that. I don't want anyone to come out if they don't feel safe. I get it, and I've reached out to all of my clients, and you let me know when you're ready, because I understand completely. This is definitely something that we've never experienced before.
Right.
Everyone has their own level of comfort, and I totally respect that for everyone. So yeah,
absolutely. Well, so how can people contact you if they want to set up?
They can contact me directly. I'll provide you with my contact information, but most people contact me through Facebook. I have my Facebook page, Curl Up and Die with Emilee. I'm also on Instagram. I have a Google business page. I have a Yelp. You can find me on Yelp.
Nice.
So I'm kind of throughout.
Yeah. Awesome. So my last question, what did you think you were going to be when you grew up, when you were a kid?
Always wanted to be a hairstylist.
That's so cool.
I got started way late into the game. That's what I've always wanted to be. And so the fact that I am finally starting to do legally what I've always wanted to do, that just is so exciting, and it's so fun. I absolutely love it. And so when I told my family I was going to school, my mom and my sisters, they were just so excited and so supportive, and all of my friends that's known me since I was small. I've held everybody down as a child to play babysitters and all, to do their hair, Barbies, everything, my whole life. And so they were like, well, this is just full circle is how it's come. So
that's awesome.
Everybody was surprised when I told them I was going to do this, and everybody has been so supportive. So I'm so thankful that this has happened.
That's awesome. It's always good to have supportive people behind you.
Yes, definitely.
Whole new career change. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Emilee. It was great to learn about your business. Everybody contact Emilee. She's amazing. She's, starting up. At least go follow her on Facebook, all her Instagram, all the socials as well. And then reach out and set an appointment up with her. Thanks again.
Thank you.